Hey, it's David here, the CEO and founder of the Freedom Founders Mastermind community. We just finished one of our major member events this fourth quarter in Dallas, Texas. And it never fails that I see our members gain the most clarity along their path to real freedom, which starts with financial freedom, economic freedom. That's what everybody wants. That's the goal that everybody wants. And most people, because of the traditional or conventional financial modeling, which says accumulate, 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 as big a pile of assets, whatever, 401ks, mutual funds, index funds, stocks, bonds, real estate, gold, Bitcoin, whatever it is. That's the game that people tell people to play. The problem with that, if you're not that far along in heading towards your end game, which many of you are not, the problem with that model is there is no end. I'll say again, there is no end. The best financial advisors I know who have their best heart in trying to help their members or their clients, they just tell them to keep accumulating, because the goal line is to pile up as big a pile of assets as you can. And then when you, quote, retire or stop your active income, then you're going to start chiseling away at that principal pile accumulation. And the question is, when do you know you have enough? Particularly with the onset of high inflation that we haven't seen in this country for about 40 years. We're seeing that ramp up big time. Costs are going to go up. Interest rates are going to eventually go up. The stock market is likely to take a big correction at some point, which is never a good thing for people when they're thinking about ending their active income. And so this model, while it looks good on paper when we're in a bull run market, those bull runs run out. And then we go to the other side of what I call the full cycle. Most people have not gone through a full cycle. Most advisors haven't gone through a full cycle. If they have, it's been so long ago they've forgotten, and they don't really have a model to contend with that. Getting clarity on what your particular freedom number is, that number that you need to replace your active income to sustain, to carry on your lifestyle. Add taxes into it, because we have to add taxes, but knowing what that number is on a monthly basis, annualize it, add the taxes in, gross up for taxes, and then reverse engineer into the amount of assets that you need to produce that income. See, that's the model we use in Freedom Founders. It's a simple model, but it's what it gives is clarity. When you have clarity to a goal and you can see yourself moving towards that goal, even if you're not going to hit it for a couple of years, 2 years, 3 years, maybe not for 5 years, but when you know you're on that move to that goal, that gives an amazing amount of freedom and reduces compression and stress for those who are on the path to the treadmill that says, I don't know if I'm ever done. It's a huge change, and I see that over and over again in our community. For those who have gone free for life, meaning they've hit that number, those that are on the pathway, the smiles, the changes, the reduction in stress in our couples, it's huge.